when I discovered it and I began to talk to other researchers, they say you have found the holy grail of Bigfoot sites because these are what I call pagodas. They will take multiple trees and bend them over to the center and then braid them together. Actually, braid the branches and the tiny twigs and everything so that they don't pop back up. These pagodas are like 20 feet across. The largest one I've found is 20 by 30, and it's almost made like two together. And they're like 8 feet tall in the center. So I figure it takes at least three of these creatures to make these things. One to pull one tree over, another one to pull the other tree over, and then another one just to do the braiding. And the braiding is true braiding. I mean, it's not clumsy at all. I mean, it's beautiful braided. And when I found the first one, I brought in one of the rangers and was telling her what I had found, and she was kind of, yeah, well, this could be this or it could be that. Now, this ranger is schooled in forest dynamics. She's like an expert on growth, plant life, whatever. So she knows how trees grow. Well, she came in and started looking at it, and she said, yeah, this is not natural. This does not occur in nature. Something or someone has made this. I can't tell you what, but yeah, this is not natural. And that was the first one that I found. The second one that I found was created just like a month or so after I found the first one. The reason I know that is because I would go down this one path multiple times. So I knew what was along here. Then one day I found this second one, and I think that they made this because I was spending so much time looking at the first one. I think they said, well, let's just do another one. So this one is brand new. I mean, I found this one in 2021. After that one, I continued to research this area, and then I found the third one, which I call the Longhouse, which is 20 by 30. Now, in the first one, there's over 20 trees that create this pagoda.
What?
20 trees.
23.
20
trees.
20 trees have been pulled toward the center and braided. And you can see the force that has been used to pull some of the branches back on themselves and braid it back down. I brought in one of my friends who is a museologist. This guy has created 7 museums in his lifetime. So he's adept at looking at stuff and appreciating things. I specifically never mentioned the word braid because I didn't want to color his thinking. So I said, I just have something, I want you to look at this. So he comes in, walks up to it, and he's looking at it, and he's looking at the braids and all these things, and he steps back. He gets back up on it, and he's looking, and he said, this is braided. And I said, yes, that's right. I did not mention that word because I didn't want to influence you. He says, David, I know braids. I come from a family who's expert at braiding. My sister's braided, my mother's braided, so we all know how to braid. These are classic braids.